Welcome back to STL Live. I'm Sarah Thompson, and I'm with Mary Lou Green and Elysia Musumeci of Brightside St. Louis, and we're learning about their efforts to improve and greening our city. But you also have a big symposium coming up, and we want to kind of get those details, cover those details today.
Yeah, we have our St. Louis Urban Gardening Symposium coming up on June 3rd. It's from 9 a.m. to noon at our demonstration garden, which is at our office at 4646 Shenandoah. And what it is, it's a morning full of gardening workshop classes where we bring in regional experts from, that will cover everything from how to do a rain garden to I want to build a butterfly garden, or I have a really sunny space, I need a garden for there, or how to build, get your own neighborhood garden started. So it's a great event. We have information on our website about it. We're hoping for great weather, so it's really an educational morning, and it's good for, if you're a beginner or an expert. And you can ask all the questions because we have all the experts right there in one place.
And I think, too, what I like about with your demonstration garden, correct me if I'm wrong, but is also the emphasis on using native plants. Because that is so important to everyone, especially because we're coming off of all this rain and the flooding. And I know a lot of times people don't overlook sort of what's native that helps sort of prevent things like that, or what can help minimize sometimes when you do have just the natural effects of weather in the area. And that's something you emphasize with the gardens as well, right?
Oh, absolutely. And you can't overestimate or overstate how important native plants are, because they have long roots, so they can absorb the water much better than other plants that are non-native. And they also filter out pollutants, so they really provide a ton of benefits. And then in addition to the native plants in our garden, we also demonstrate stormwater management practices. And so many people have been, suffered so much through the recent storms. And so learning how to incorporate stormwater management practices in community developments as well as in your own backyard.
Yeah, and they can go to your website, call you to learn about that and have that resource. Another thing that you do that is really wonderful is the decades of graffiti removal in St. Louis, and we're looking at some of those images. Let's talk about that, because we still obviously have graffiti. It's still an issue. I mean, take for example what just happened at the St. Louis Art Museum. So let's talk about the graffiti removal.
Brightside has a program to remove graffiti from public and private places throughout the city of St. Louis. Each year we remove about 4,000 graffiti from about 4,000 vandalized sites. We're real lucky in that we have support from the St. Louis community, I'm getting them mixed up with STL, the Community Development Administration. And it's wonderful in that they continue to support this program. And as long as our crew can safely reach the graffiti to remove it, then we can, and we do it at no cost to the property owner.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some of the footage. We were just looking at some footage, but some of the photos from over the years. Have you seen an increase, or is it decreasing? I mean, this is clearly still a problem that we face in the city.
What has become more of a problem is there used to be more tags and more gang graffiti where it was kind of marking territory. Now people think it's just kind of fun to, for a weekend spend a bunch of time and waste their money on spray paint and fill entire walls with graffiti. And so it actually costs us far more in resources, time and materials to remove the graffiti than it used to.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but also at the same time thankful that you're still here, Brightside's still here to help with that.
Yeah, I have to think what St. Louis would look like if Brightside wasn't here to remove the graffiti. Since we started removing graffiti in the early 90s, we've removed graffiti from about 145,000 vandalized sites.
Wow. Well, for more information to learn about Brightside's programs or take advantage of them, please head to their website, brightsidestl.org, or call the number on your 314-772-4646. Brightside St. Louis, dedicated to making St. Louis a cleaner, greener, and better place to live since 1982. I mean, we've got in my notes, daffodil plantings, the garden symposium, graffiti removal, annual Blitz. There's so much that you do, and hopefully people can learn more about it by heading to your website, and we appreciate all that you've shared today as well.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And
Thank
I
you.
have to tell you, we wouldn't be able to do any of this if it weren't for volunteers.
Yeah.
So we encourage everybody to get involved and to make St. Louis a better place.
Okay.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you both. All right, well, there's still more STL Live right after this. Please stay with us.